how many employees, I mean, you know, like the first couple of years, how many employees did you actually have besides yourselves? I mean, I know you did it all.
Ole didn't get there for a year, did he?
No, it was at least a year.
He got out of the Air Force. And
yeah.
I might say something else. The guys around town that I knew, I used to run around with before we got married, said, I can't believe you're going to go down there. Said, you'll go broke, sure as the dickens. And they're out here now.
We doubled our business the second year, and we doubled it again the third year. But we didn't double it the fourth year, though.
No.
3 years in a row.
3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that.
And it really took off then. And we had business in Holmes County.
Were there any other tire dealers around in Holmes County? I mean, you know, that
Bob and Jim's, they'd sell a few tires up in the square, mostly gas and oil, but they soon went out of business.
Yeah, they did. And they're the ones that the bank was holding their loan, and so they wouldn't loan to me.
Okay.
It was this bank, a commercial bank. That's why Kilbuck was willing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And that was the gentleman that loaned you money was Alvin Roos?
Alvin Roos, yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a farmer down there on the board, and I can't think of his name right now.
Was that A.K. Taylor?
A.K. Taylor.
I remember you talking.
He was the one that said that I never saw a farmer go broke when he wanted to work. And he said, you guys look like you're in it for the
long haul.
And so
Yeah.
he really helped us. He helped us.
Yeah, he did.
The bank down there loaned us $5. We got pretty hard up and we needed more tires, and he loaned us $5,000 more.
Yeah. And that's when the bank was just in Kilbuck at that time. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You always made your payments okay, and
Yep.
Yeah.
kept your nose clean, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we were wanting to make it, and we were suffering because we weren't taking any money. We were trying to build up some capital.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked.
Did you have in the 50s? You know, did you have one year that you remember was a little rougher than another? I mean, you know, did you?
Well, there was one year, I can't remember what year it was, where we didn't have too much snow, and we didn't sell as many winter tires, but I can't remember what year. I think it was the 7th or 8th year.
I'll tell you another year that I don't know what happened, but we weren't taking care of the books. We had somebody doing it.
Yeah.
But when we changed from partnership to a corporation, the books changed, and that year didn't show much profit. But I think we made it. But how they set it up didn't show much.
Our bookkeeper, we're convinced, was getting away with some of our money profit.
Okay. Okay. Moving on to the 60s, what do you, I mean, besides, you know, I wanted to ask you a minute about, you know, one of your employees that, you know, we still miss to this day, Red Hannah. You know, they talk about the people have one name and you don't need to say their last name. You know, when people say Red, everybody knew who Red was. But I think we thought we hired around, you thought you hired him around 62 in that area and stuff?
62 or 63.
Yeah.
And he moved in across the street.
Right.
Yep.
And when he was working someplace else, I don't know where. But we hired him.
What stories, you know, I know Red was a character, but what stories do you remember about Red?
He always moved fast. Everything he did was fast. Drove the truck fast. He changed tires fast. And
he didn't care if he got dirty. He'd just tie right into it.
I know when we went to when he passed away, it was 10 years ago, and we went to the calling hours and we looked at his fingers, and there was nothing left there. I mean, they would have never been able to get any fingerprints because his fingers were all, his hands were well used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But he was a good employee
Yeah.
for you?
yeah. He just keep going. He had our business at heart. He did.
Yeah. Living across the street, did he keep an eye on the business, or did he come over at night or check on things, or
Well, we had tires outside all the time.
didn't have to worry too much about
No,
about
but it was a calm time in the city, in the
a little
village.
different than we're
Yeah.
living in now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't have many people had moved in. And it was fairly.
Yeah.